Hey, it's Heather with another update on my mold detox. Thanks for being here. Today is Tuesday, August 15 of 2023. I'm in Western Pennsylvania, and I just got back from a week in New York City doing a pet sit, and really trying to process the whole mold thing a little bit differently. Now that I'm here for a little while, I'm hoping to get back west within like 6 to 8 weeks. But I'm here for now. And I think the thing I wanted to bring up in this video is the thing that I'm sort of experiencing now is like how to reintegrate back into life after having this experience. I'm certainly not done, right? The protocol for me is just pretty much hold steady. I'm just using the same antifungal, antimicrobial with the same binder that I've been on since since early to mid-May, and I'm just going to be staying on that for a few more months. And we've added additional antiviral support and some homeopathy to sort of help with mood, and I'm starting to do some things that are trying to sort of rebalance hormones before we would go into something a little more complex where I would need to see a specialist. So things are, I would say, I was saying, good days were outweighing the bad, but now I think I sort of see it as like stable days are outweighing unstable days until I start processing the emotions of what's happened in the last 3 years for me. Well, 4 years really, from the first diagnosis of stuff. Just trying to get back into life and to relate to people who haven't gone through this and don't really have any comprehension of what this experience has been like. I think what I had done is shut down how I feel, or just shut down somehow when I was out in the world and interacting with people, like a little dissociated and kind of shut down from myself, and reconnecting with some people after not seeing them for a while over the past couple of weeks since being back out east. It just kind of opened things back up for me. And so I'm stable physically. Well, I did have tension headaches from it, but I'm stable physically, but just there's so much to process. And I don't actually know how to navigate that. I do have a Lyme coach that helps with emotional regulation, and I may work with her a couple of times to assist. But I just find it fascinating that it feels like it could be just as hard to go back to a more normal life, in quotes, as it has been to just be completely isolated and in this kind of hellscape for the last number of years. And I think it would be easier if the recovery process and the detox and whatever would have happened more smoothly and been shorter. Some people can just get out of the environment and they recover. Other people, I'm sure, may have a year. I mean, I'm completing year 4 in about 2 or 3 weeks. That's 4 years of my whole life. And there's this part of me that just doesn't want this to define my life. I mean, it just happened to happen at the same time as a pandemic, and the whole culture was hyper focused on and hyper vigilant about health, right? So I've had this kind of double whammy of this personal experience compounded by this cultural experience, possibly global. And it's just, I don't want this to define everything. And yet when I've noticed that when I go back out and talk to people, it's like it doesn't compute. Because I think what I've experienced has been so, everybody's had a unique experience for the last 3 years. But then on top of that, I've had this wildly, sort of niche experience on top of that. And, you know, it's certainly not done. Like, I'm still doing work. I can't say like I'm mold free, you know. I feel like I'm close though. And like, I was not expecting the sort of navigating back into society to be quite so tricky, I guess. But what it has illuminated for me is like the need for therapy. So, and not like, not medicine, but like, you know, psychotherapy or some kind of like talk therapy, possibly like life coaching kind of stuff to sort of figure out like, how do I be a working musician and still take care of these, you know, still prioritize these chronic health things? Like, how do I, you know, earn a living and still like prioritize this? How do I, relate to people and still prioritize this? There's just so many things about my life before that are at odds with my well-being, and I know that, and so I can't return to it. But these are all the people I knew from those times, and it's just so weird. So yeah, that's the update. I just felt like it was important to log that on this vlog, that it's not all physical. There's a real like lifestyle relationship component to this that's like super weird, and I was unexpected. So hopefully I can navigate. I mean, I'm assuming I'll navigate that. You know, I'll certainly have the brain for it, which is amazing. But I wasn't expecting that there would be this next phase of stuff that is waiting for me now. And how emotional it is to feel like I have to process not only my thing, but also the cultural thing, but also like the personal relationships thing. Just very strange. So that's my mold update for August. And, you know, my doctor has said we can test for my progress with some lab work in a couple of months. And she doesn't want me to jump the gun on that, because it'll just be a waste of money. But so that's coming up. I'm hoping by the end of this year we'll have some lab information that will also confirm the progress that I feel like I'm making. And yeah, until next time. Bye-bye.